Hello and welcome to another episode of Rappler Talk Entertainment. I'm lifestyle and entertainment reporter Juno Reyes, and today we have none other than singer-songwriter Paolo Sandejas. Hello!
Hey, Juno. Nice
Hello!
to see you again.
Super nice to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back also.
So, like the last time you were here was for Live Jam, and it was
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I know.
It's been a very long time.
It has been. I was looking at the pictures. I don't even recognize myself. I'm like, who is this person? So yeah, it's great to be back. Thanks.
Yeah, and this setup is kind of different from the usual gig setup that you're used to. So, how are you feeling?
Feeling very naked without my guitar right now. I don't know where to put my hands.
It's okay.
I'm gonna get used to it. As we
So,
go.
like, let's jump right in.
Sure.
So, first things first. I think a lot of people already know that your music really boomed in 2022 after your song Sorry went viral. But it's been 2 years since then. So, how do you think your music has evolved? Like, your songwriting, you know?
I think it's definitely changed in a lot of ways. Like I think the main thing that I learned from that viral moment for me was just like to have more confidence in my own ability and my songwriting. And I feel like that's the one thing that's different with 2024 Pao versus 2022 Pao.
Yeah.
2024 Pao is like come into his own a little bit more, and I feel like I'm definitely more confident and certain about the sound that I want. And that sound is like in Sirens, it's in a lot of the Bloom EP as well. And I think it's just it's a more fun, it's a more honest, and a more confident Pao. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that. So.
Okay, so speaking of your songwriting, last year you released your Bloom EP. So, can you share a little bit about it? How was it like putting everything together?
Yeah, sure. So the Bloom EP, I guess, was the first consequence in a way of that sorry viral moment. So I was like, okay, I want to have this EP to reintroduce myself to a lot of people, because at that time, most people only knew me for like Sway, Rock With You, My Girl, some of my older stuff. So I was like, I want to kind of showcase like who I am at that in this new era. So I decided to put the Bloom EP out as a way to mark this new beginning after Sorry. So I was like, okay, these are the songs that I want to be known for, Bloom. So that had Different Shade of Blue, which I'm really happy it has resonated with a lot of my listeners now, and Bloom, of course. And then now coming into this album that I'm working on, which Sirens is a part of too.
Yeah.
It's like me just trying to put an album together talaga. Because I think any artist really wants to just put an album, a
Yeah.
full body of work together. And that's something that I've been working towards since, even before Bloom came out, I was already writing some of the stuff. So Sirens was written at that time too. So
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to your album, but
I know.
let's talk about that later.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Bloom.
So in the same year, last year, you also collaborated with quite a lot of different artists like Isanigo, Marty Franca, and then Tala Hill. And then, if I'm not mistaken, your song with Tala is in your Bloom EP.
It is, yes.
Yeah, okay. So what was it like collaborating with these artists?
It was really great, and I think because a lot of them are also my friends, so it's
okay.
like it was a great experience to kind of work with your friends, and like particularly with the song with Isanigo, we just went to Isanigo's house and we were like, okay, let's just like jam in the studio, and their studio was such a vibe, so it was so easy to kind of get along with them and figure out what we wanted Sunday morning to sound like, the song that we put out together. So. Yeah, it was really great. I think it's a very collaborative experience. Like I wouldn't say that any of the songs like are uniquely my song or Isanigo's or Marty's. It's kind of like I would say really a combination of both of our artistry together, and that's what I like about collabs, and that's why I like Sunday morning and someone new, the songs I worked on with Marty and Isanigo are like they're not necessarily part of like this upcoming album also, and they're not part of their projects either. It's really just like the chance happening of us working together in the studio, and I'm really proud that it sounds like very uniquely ours as well.
Yeah, really cool nga what you said about the song being both of yours instead of being just one person. So
Yeah.
it's like, I was able to notice that also in someone new particularly. Like, it's a balance of you and Marty Franca, which
It
is
is.
really cool.
Yeah,
and then,
that's what
Sunday Morning is one of your most popular songs right now as well. So, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah. It did really well. Isanigo, they're on a roll now also with Radar, so super congrats to them.
Yeah. So, grabe 2023 was really a busy year for you.
It was.
Yeah.
That's why I think towards the end, especially with the collabs, while that was coming out, it was kind of like a buffer for like this new album that I was working on, just to give me time to kind of write and finish it. So I'm proud to say that most of it is finished already. So
yeah. So like fast forward now to 2024. You have been performing at a lot of gigs and then a lot of major ones as well. But I'm sure one of the most memorable ones for you is your set at Wonderland. So I remember you mentioned in an interview like 2 years ago that it's one of your like parang pinaka goal to perform at. So what was it like actually? Like
I think
being
it was
there?
just like, it was really a dream. Like, I think after all of us, after we stepped off the stage that day, like me and the band, we were just like really in awe. Like, we were just like, parang all the adrenaline just died down and we're like, wow, we just played Wonderland. That was really something. And for all of us, it was really a dream come true. And for me, it was the milestone that I set myself up for. Like, I was like, okay, my goal as a musician in the Philippines is to play Wonderland. And now after that's been achieved, I think the move is like what, that's one of the things they took into consideration with the move. Is like, okay, time to broaden like my horizons and try and strive for bigger goals.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things also that we did. But I really love it. I think I remember taking down a note of like how I felt, just to remember like, you know, later on like how it felt like after. So yeah.
For me, it was one of the most energetic sets at Wonderland.
Oh, thank you.
Because I was there, like I was nasa bandang likod, so I could see like the people parang flocking to the front. And then I remember na you kind of ran onto the stage. So it was a really like effective way of parang hyping up the crowd. Really cool.
Yeah, we worked hard on that one too. We were like, okay guys, what can we do to make it more like syempre different from like my usual sets? So that was one of the things. So like, okay guys, we're gonna extend the intro for Liquid Courage and then run on.
Yeah.
And then I think I was too close to the microphone. So like I just shouted, Wonderland! Like I had so much adrenaline, so I just like screamed. And my guitar's like, grabe ang lakas. Then you have to take out his in-ear because like, the volumes weren't fixed. But yeah, it was just a lot of fun. And I think even though it was like maybe a first festival for us, it wasn't like, there's definitely more that can be done to improve. But I think it was just a memorable day and I wouldn't change anything about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Really cool also, diba? Like you spent parang a lot of years being an audience member of Wonderland.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
it's
really grabe talaga being on stage.
I know, that was the difference talaga. So I keep most of my wristbands from the one.
Oh yeah.
Festival. So like now I have one that says artist, which is really really cool.
Wow!
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Super
Pa-frame mo yun.
I know. I have the ID. Just keep it picture. It'll be really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, now that we've heard quite a bit about all of the milestones that you've achieved, I think now's the perfect time to ask you about your latest release, Sirens. Can you share how the song came about?
Sure. So Sirens is like it's the first single of this debut album that I'm working on because I haven't released an album yet, and I think it was the perfect introduction, being the first song that I wrote for it as well. And I want to showcase, I guess, more of my lyrics and more of like my songwriting chops talaga, along with like I guess more advanced prod that I've been working on recently. So Sirens is that song. It's a mixture of like really honest songwriting with like fun prod and energetic prod. So yeah, I think like the response from the fans has been really really good, and a lot of people seem to like it. And if you guys are enjoying it, you're gonna enjoy the rest of the album as well. And yeah, Sirens is definitely one of my favorites. That's why I wanted to release it first.
Congrats on that. I heard you hit 20,000 streams recently.
Yeah, so that's
more to come.
I know, definitely more to come. So thanks so much for all the listens. And if you haven't checked it out, go check it out and look at the cameras. Yeah.
So I also heard that you decided to keep the lyrics of Cyan really simple. So
I did.
parang less is more nga naman. But then, parang is that how you decided for it to be from the start? Or did it kind of happen like...
I think with a lot of my songwriting recently, like I think Bloom onwards, like I really want to keep my lyrics simple.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there are moments naman, there are songs that require you to kind of like expound more, kind of like talk, really paint a picture. But I think you can also paint a picture without saying too much. Like especially with this song, like there's a lot of parallel lines. Like the first verse is waking up the sirens, voices that I can't deny. And then the second verse is waking up the silence.
Ooh, yeah.
Only voice I hear is yours. So parang there's like a lot of similar lines, and I think the similarity is what paints the picture better. It's like there are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. So like, are you open to people kind of having their own interpretation of the song, or are you kind of just like, this is what the song means?
I think it's better for the song to become the listeners at the end of the day, because like you can't really dictate it. Like, no, this is the song I wrote about this person that I met in a coffee shop in 2016. If you don't get that, you got it wrong. You know, you can't do that. And for me, like one of the examples I think about sometimes is Drops of Jupiter by Train.
Yeah.
That song, I think he wrote, correct me if I'm wrong, I might butcher this,
but
I think he wrote it about his mom.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought about it in a different way.
Me too, yeah.
And I really felt that it resonated with me with that perspective that meaning that I gave it. And I think that's a beautiful thing about music is like, it's not it's not one thing. It can become anything to anyone. And I
Yeah.
think that's why as songwriters, the song is not yours the minute you release it anymore. It becomes the listeners.
Yeah.
And it's nice to get messages from people and like to see people like kind of speculating what it's about
Yeah.
or making new meaning from it. And I think
Yeah.
that's, as a songwriter, you want people to really engage and just enjoy it at the end of the day.
And I'm
Whatever
sure
it is.
as an artist also, it means a lot when people really resonate with your
Yeah.
songs, even if it's like not in the way that you intended for it to be. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you just want people to care, and it's
Yeah.
nice when people care about it. So that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll also be embarking on a new chapter in your life very, very soon. So
Yeah.
you'll be moving to the US for grad school. So how are you feeling?
I think it's sinking in more now. I think the more that I talk about it, and the more that, especially since like I posted about it for the first time, it's something that I mentioned to a lot of like close friends and
Yeah.
people that I've worked with, but I haven't really fully talked about it before. But it's been something that I've been working for the past like 2 years, especially after graduating college, to look for further studies. And I think this is like the best move considering it's a course that blends computer science and music. So my
Yeah.
undergrad plus my passion. So it's something I'm really, really excited for. And it's in LA. So it's like there are a lot of doors I think that are opening up for me. And
Yeah.
I want to make sure that like I'm in the best position. And I think I'm in the best position to take advantage of that too. So it's not really a goodbye, but it's like, it's a hello to new things. So
Yeah.
but it's sad to go.
Yeah.
I'm more sad about it now. So yeah, not because of you, of course, but like in general. But yeah.
It's okay. Like I'm sure na whatever you plan on doing naman, I'm sure you'll do well. So
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be back, so don't worry.
Yeah. And of course, parang your move to the US doesn't mean that you'll be stopping music anytime soon naman, as
Yeah.
you mentioned a while ago, because you'll also be releasing several singles and your debut album also.
I will.
Yeah, so can you let us in on what we can expect from all these really exciting releases?
Yeah, you can expect a lot. I mean, expect a lot again in terms of like songwriting, a lot
Yeah.
of new stories to tell, and a lot of good lines that you'll really feel. But also music you can kind of dance to, but also music that can comfort you as
Yeah.
well. So there's a lot in this album. I think it's not just one thing. It's a mixture of things like Bloom. So if you guys enjoyed the Bloom EP, you will definitely like this one too. And I think it's some of my best work to date. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to release it. So it's just all on my phone. I'm just
Yeah.
if I could release it now, I would.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, looking forward to
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So are there gonna be other collaborations that we can expect?
We're definitely working on that like somewhere down the line also. Maybe like an extended version for
Yeah.
the album too. But for now it's mostly just like focusing on like I think I guess showing this new era of my music as well. So I'm really excited for that. But definitely some collabs. We're working on that too.
Super exciting.
Yeah,
Okay.
so much to be excited about. So many new things.
Congrats and good luck.
Thank you.
So, in line with your move to the US, you'll also be having a couple of send-off shows
I
in the
will.
coming week. So, would you like to promote them?
Sure. So we do have like 3 shows. We just announced a third one today. But the shows are, we have a show July 26 at Nook Molito. That one is going to be a pajama jam set. If you haven't been to a pajama jam, it's a show that I mount. It's very cozy. Come in, anything cozy, and we'll just play stripped sets for you guys. So that's going to be me, Marty Franca, Timmy Albert, and Any Names Okay. Come there, July 26. We also have another show, August 11. That's going to be in Street Coffee in QC. So that's 10 a.m. That's going to be me, Isanigo, and Tala. And later that day is the Despaudida Witty show that we have, but it's fully sold out. So if you guys want to come by, come to the other shows, the Pajama Jam sets, and I'll see you guys there. Come say hello or goodbye.
Oh.
No. But yeah, but it would be good to see you guys. So come, and we have a lot of shows, a lot of songs prepared, especially some unreleased ones too. So you won't want to miss it. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So, before the US gets to have your talent, we're really excited to have you perform at Rappler once more. So, a while ago, you were looking at your sign.
I know. I
from
can't
Live
find
Jam.
it. I can't, but I know it's here somewhere. So I'm
Okay.
gonna look for it after our interview, and I'm pretty sure I'll find it
You
eventually.
can sign it again.
I'll sign it again. I think
Yeah.
it might have gotten Buddha. Anyway, we'll
So, I believe you have a very special performance for us.
yes, I do.
Yeah, so whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay.
So if you're just tuning in, this is Rappler Talk Entertainment. If you'd like to stay updated on the latest happenings in music and all things pop culture, you can head over to the Pop Culture chat room on the Rappler Communities app, which is available on web, iOS, and Android. Okay, so without further ado, here's Paolo Sandejas performing his latest single, Sirens.
Waking up to sirens, voices that I can't deny. Morning light comes crawling, peace of mind I cannot find. But now you feel like home, and suddenly it's quiet. Oh, how you mend my broken bones, and now I crave your quiet. Waking up to silence, only voice I hear is yours. Morning light comes crawling, mattress on the bedroom floor. Cause now you feel like home, and suddenly it's quiet. Don't make a hole, but still I crave your quiet. Waking up to silence, only voice I hear is yours. Cause now you feel like home, and suddenly it's quiet. And two broken hearts don't make a whole, but still I crave your quiet. Thank you.
That was Paolo Sandejas with Sirens. Thank you so much
Thank you, Juno.
for that super amazing performance. We're very lucky to have been able to hear you perform Sirens so close to its release. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you for also taking the time to let us in on your journey as a musician. We had a lot of fun getting to know more about you and your music. So best of luck in all of your future endeavors. We're all sure that you'll do great in the US and that you'll be back with a lot of good music. So yeah, sure you do great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks again for having me, Rappler. Yay.
So thank you again for tuning into Rappler. Once again, I'm your host, Juno Reyes. Till the next episode.